The practice of reading the stars to gain insight into our lives has been around for thousands of years, and yet it's still vastly misunderstood. While reading editorialized horoscopes in magazines is certainly fun, it doesn't convey the full meaning of this powerful tool that we can utilize to navigate our world. In reality, astrology empowers each and every person to take control of their life in some small way, and ultimately to fulfill their own individual destiny. But in order to put this invaluable roadmap to use, some misconceptions need to be cleared up. Here are the most common myths related to astrology which people often believe but are not true. Myth number 1. Astrology is considered nothing else but a trend. A trend is a flash in the pan, with a short shelf life that goes out of fashion as quickly as it comes into fashion. But astrology has existed as far back as 25,000 years ago. Astrology formed a large part of the existence for Greeks, Egyptians, and Babylonians. Although it appeared in several forms throughout different cultures, looking at the stars and searching for answers seemed to be a thing which we did for a long time. Myth number 2. Astrology has something to do with magic, the paranormal or psychic activity. Those who don't believe in astrology often write it off as something mysterious, but the truth is, astrology is really just based on how the universe looked on the day you were born. The main component used in astrology is a birth chart, which is created with information about when and where you were born. The chart itself is an imprint of what the planets, stars and universe looked like at that precise moment. It makes sense then that astrology is also called the science of light. What kind of light? The light of the planets, which reaches the Earth. This includes the obvious, Sun and Moon, but also all the other planets. Though this science is probably not the exact same type you learned in school, it does bear some similarities and it's not mystical in any way. It is simply based on the objects we know are in the universe, and there is nothing too mysterious about that. Myth number 3. The existence of a new and different 13th zodiac sign. You have probably seen this information floating online for years. There really exists a constellation called Ophiuchus, but this constellation is not a new one. The constellation exists between the signs Sagittarius and Scorpio. However, it does not have importance in our zodiac. It has not been included for several reasons, and although several astrologers include it, most are not going to incorporate it in things because it is simply unnecessary. So, the way in which our sky is separated right now is just as it has to be. Myth number 4. Astrology is the same as astronomy. There is a considerable difference between astronomy and astrology, which means that they are not one and the same. Astronomy studies our universe and the contents which are outside of the atmosphere, while the astrologers are examining the motions, positions and everything else of certain celestial objects. A lot of people confuse these two studies and assume that they are identical. Saying this, the difference between them is more than evident. Myth number 5. Astrology can predict or change the future. This is perhaps the most dangerous assumption people make about astrology. Contrary to popular belief, its purpose is not to guess what will happen to you in the future. Instead, it is meant to be a guiding tool that empowers you to make conscious decisions and avoid the ditches in life. Astrology aims to help you stay aligned with the oneness of the universe. When you are not aligned and things keep going wrong, it can help guide you to better decisions. Myth number 6. The sun sign tells everything about you. Your sun sign is only the conscious, above the surface, basic ego part of you. But you are much more than that. For astrology to be personal and deep, an astrologer should calculate your individual natal chart. Your natal chart shows your soul's purpose, who you are, why you choose to come to Earth at this particular time and place. Only together the combination of your sun, rising and moon signs, plus the positions and movements of planets can give the whole picture of who you are.
Thank you for watching. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Join our spiritual community by clicking the subscribe button. If you found value on this video, please share it. Have a magnificent rest of the day.